Round two, we have the choice. We'll play first. Definitely keeping. This time we have 2 blue, which is a much better hand than 2 white, to be sure. And we have one of our mythics as well, which is nice. Okay, our opponent is keeping as well. And we're good to go. All right. Land is fine currently. White-red? All right. Could be something pretty aggressive here. All right. I think we just morph the Kieran, and our plan is to bash next turn and leave up Artful Maneuver for defensive play. All right. Looks like he's not letting us do that. So now I think we're probably just going to offer a trade with our Lore Master, maybe? Illusory Gains isn't bad. All right. So I guess next turn we play Torrent Elemental. See if he's got the answer for that. All right. Might just Illusory Gains the Rage form. See what he's got underneath there. A creature. Interestingly. All right. Let's get in with the Torrent Elemental. So now if he plays another creature, he gets his Double Striker back, but we get to steal whatever creature he plays. All right. That actually kind of sucks, but... Good trade for us anyway. Okay, so this is Student of Ojitai. I think we just swing. And yeah, he can open it up into student, but Alright. So, we're going to lose our guy, but can't do anything about it. Creature draw is fine. I mean, I can keep his Summit Prowler back and his Rage Form back, but I'm trying to think if I'm slightly ahead on this race. He can crash in for 8. I can only crash in for 5, but I'm trying to think if it's in my best interest to try and just draw my way back into this game. He can also flip this. I can trade my Monk for his Prowler. It might be in our best interest. He does get a rebound on Center Soul, so I think the attack is still correct then. He could just give protection from blue. He can give protection from white now. On his Summit Prowler. Okay. So I guess I can't really block. So we'll take 8. All right. So it looks like we're going to have to stay behind now. We actually have to outdraw our opponent to get back in this. We've got some huge draws we could get. Lurker is acceptable, not great. So I can swing for 3. I don't think we want to. I think we're just gotta chill out here until now. We're non-creature card away from winning, which is pretty good. Oof, that's rough. Well, it's actually not the worst. Like I said, well, we're not, I guess, because he gets to gain a life. Guess I can attack with Lurker. And what does he crack back with? I think I kind of have to. I don't have to, but it seems correct. Because I'm trying to outdraw my opponent, and I'm an 18 land deck. And I can, once I play a spell, this Sunscorch Regent gets out of my range. So I think my plan is trade with Summit Prowler, block Sunscorch Regent if he swings with everything. Alright, well now I can't attack anymore. Will the Naga would be a good draw. Dragon Lord Ojutai would be a pretty good draw too. Land doesn't quite do anything though. We're 1 damage short of lethal right now, which is pretty painful. So we're once again, I mean, he really should attack with the Hardened Berserker because I think I actually take it. Yeah, well, I mean, I don't really have a ton of luxuries here. I think we gotta do some blocks. That's a good one. Maybe I shouldn't have attacked there. Oof. Well, if I hadn't attacked, I wouldn't have been able to block the student anyway. So now I need like a pacifism or something. Oh, or that. Or whisk away. I mean, I don't know what to say. I needed him to not draw a creature there. Well, looks like we just drew our way back in this game, so pretty sweet. Opponent's draws were better than ours for the most part, but thankfully we drew what we needed at the key time. Thankfully. Wow. Opponent's deck is very good. Very good deck. A lot of removal. A lot of creatures. We don't have much on the sideboard front either. Could do Dragon's Eye Sentries. We know he's got, but they don't do much against the Summit Prowlers, but it does stop the Dromoka Warriors. But we only saw one Dromoka Warrior. I don't know. We still have good blockers for that anyway. I could bring in Skull Keepers instead of the Sentries. They beat down a little bit better, but they don't do much against the multiple Summit Prowlers. If I wanted to lower my curve, I wouldn't know what to cut anyway. Everything seems kind of useful here. And Fate Forgotten for his bolster enchantment probably doesn't seem worth it. Alright, let's try this again. Definitely a good hand. We have the double white instead of the double blue, but we have early answers for threats, which is nice. Alright, hopefully we draw the old island. Dragon Hunter's a good draw. Keeps us busy. I probably trade. We have the better late game plan, I think. So I can pacify this, but I might just trade, depending on what I flip on the cloud form. I think I want to save these for the Summit Prowlers. Ooh, well, that's going to change some plans. All right, we're going to take 3. If it's Rage Form, I can pacify that too. Could Whisk Away it as well. But then if it's a spell, it's... Yeah, now we want to pacify. So let's pacify the Rage Form and leave up Artful Maneuver to eat his Berserker, I think. Okay. I'm also okay with this. So I think we start getting in now. Huh. That's intimidating. Sunscorch region. Yeah, that's right. All right, so we can play that. All right, I'm kind of glad he left his white up instead of his red, or I would have been a bit more intimidated. So I can attack for 5. He can crack back for 8. If I play the monk, though, next turn I can get in for 11. So if I attack for 5, 11's still not lethal. And he's going to be gaining life as well. Hmm. So he can crack back for 8 when I play the Strong Arm Monk, taking me to 9. But then I can leave up Whisk Away an Artful Maneuver. Definitely don't like him cracking back for more damage, though, but... Let's see. He cracks back for 8. I go to 9. I have a Monk. I'm trying to think if it's better to play this defensive. It's tough to say. I think we let him crack back for 9. Oof. All right. Well, no position now, unfortunately. Yeah, it's pretty rough. He had some really, he had some pretty stellar draws there. It's a bit of a tough spot, isn't it? So I can play Dragonlord Ojutai, Chump Block with the Scholar, leave back the Torrent Elemental. I can whisk away the Regent and then play the Dragonlord Ojutai. And that way I don't have to Chump Block. Let's do that. Alright. I guess at least he doesn't have a enchantment to bring back. If he attacks with nothing, we do have to wait. I mean, it sucks, but what do you want me to do? I'm at a loss here. Alright, Will the Naga helps. It legitimately does help. So he's got 4 attackers, my 2 blockers. I have the Whisk Away. I still think we're okay. If he plays nothing and doesn't attack, we're definitely going to Will the Naga. Does let him gain life, but it's acceptable. I think we go here, here, Whisk Away Artful Maneuver. Let him gain the life, get rid of that, Artful Maneuver, here, eat that. We go to 3. And now we can do, if we draw a land, we can go. Alright, so now we can, yeah, it's pretty good. Let's get in for 4. If I attack for 7. Yeah, because we have Will the Naga. Yep, alright. So we get in for 7. I think we lose to Center Soul. It's making me debate. I should have Alright, so what I should have done is pre-combated the Will of the Naga, because if he had Center Soul, then I could have leave back my Youthful Scholar, but now I've committed to it. I didn't think about it. I'm just going to hope his last card's not Center Soul. He did leave up the mana. But wouldn't he have played it? I feel like he would have played it. So I think in case he draws it, let's do it now. Okay. This is much better. So this way we play around Center Soul. Wow. That was a close one. That was a close one. All right. We'll see you in the finals.